Imagine this. You wake up determined to finally tackle that hard thing you've been avoiding. Maybe it's studying for an exam, building that side project, hitting the gym, or writing the book that's been living in your head for years. You've promised yourself that today will be different. But then, a quick peek at social media, a snack here, a YouTube video there, and suddenly it's midnight. Again. Why does this happen? Why do the things that matter most often feel the hardest to do? And more importantly, how do we break free? Today we're going deep into the science and psychology of discipline. How to make doing hard things not only easier, but something you genuinely want to do. By the end, you won't just understand why your brain resists effort. You'll have a roadmap to turn discipline into freedom, pain into purpose, and effort into reward. So, let's begin with a truth few people talk about. Hard things feel hard because your brain is protecting you. See, deep inside your mind, there's a balancing act called the pleasure-pain scale. Every time you binge on junk food, scroll endlessly, or seek instant gratification, your brain gives you a spike of dopamine, the chemical of motivation and reward. But here's the catch. What goes up must come down. After pleasure comes the crash. You end up in what scientists call a dopamine deficit state. That's why after hours of scrolling, you feel drained, foggy, maybe even a little anxious. Now here's the problem. When you're in that deficit state, hard things feel 10 times heavier. Your brain simply doesn't have the motivational fuel to make effort feel worth it. So you avoid the very things that would actually make you feel better in the long run. Sound familiar? The first step to making hard things easier is reclaiming your dopamine. That doesn't mean living like a monk or giving up fun forever. It means becoming intentional. Instead of letting cheap pleasures hijack your brain, you learn to direct your dopamine toward things that build you up instead of breaking you down. Start small. Identify the habits that give you instant pleasure but leave you feeling empty after. Scrolling, junk food, constant notifications, whatever they are, cut back by 90%. Not forever, but long enough for your brain to reset. Within a few days, you'll notice something amazing. Focus starts feeling easier. Effort doesn't feel like punishment anymore. And here's the key. Once your brain resets, lean into activities that bring pain first, reward after. Exercise, deep work, studying, even meditation. These things may feel uncomfortable at the start, but the pleasure that follows is deeper, longer lasting, and way more fulfilling. It's like life is giving you a choice. Easy pleasures now, hard life later. Or hard effort now, easier life later. Which side do you want to live on? But even with your brain chemistry on your side, you'll still face discomfort. That's okay. Discomfort isn't your enemy. It's the price of admission for a meaningful life. The secret is learning to reframe it. The next time you feel resistance, muscles burning in the gym, brain fog while studying, frustration while learning something new, try telling yourself, this is what growth feels like, because it is. One of my favorite lines is, the faster you do the hard things you avoid, the faster you get the life you want. Every moment of discomfort is a down payment on a future you'll thank yourself for. Now, let's talk about something most people overlook. Your evenings. See, everyone talks about morning routines, but the truth is, tomorrow starts tonight. If you spend your evenings drowning in cheap dopamine, TV, endless scrolling, late-night snacking, you wake up already in the red. Instead, create an evening ritual that recharges you. Dim the lights, go for a walk, read a real book, journal your thoughts, treat the hours before bed as sacred. Because when you win the evening, you wake up with clarity, energy, and the motivation to tackle hard things head on. Next comes structuring your day. Your brain isn't the same at 7 a.m. as it is at 7 p.m. Mornings are when dopamine, focus, and energy peak. That's the time for deep work, the hard, meaningful stuff. Afternoons are better for creative or social tasks. Evenings, that's for winding down, reflecting, and recharging. Work with your biology, not against it. But here's a truth bomb. All the hacks in the world won't save you if you don't change how you see yourself. Real discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do things. It's about becoming the kind of person who does them naturally. Your identity drives your behavior. If you see yourself as someone who's bad at focus or not a disciplined person, guess what? Your brain will find ways to prove you right. So, flip the script. Instead of saying, I want to work out, tell yourself, I am an athlete. Instead of I want to study, say, I'm a top student. Then cast daily votes for that identity with your actions. Each workout, each study session, each moment of focus, it's all evidence. Over time, you stop faking discipline and start living it. And when you slip, and you will, remember the golden rule. Never miss twice. Miss a workout? Fine, do it tomorrow. Skip studying? Okay, back at it the next day. One miss is human. 2 in a row is a new habit forming. If you ever feel overwhelmed starting again, break the task down to 5%. Don't aim for a perfect 2-hour study session. Just open the book and read 1 page. Don't promise yourself a full workout. Just put on your gym shoes. Action beats anxiety every time. Another secret? Rituals. Create little pre-game routines that signal your brain it's time to work. Brew tea before writing. Play the same playlist before studying. Walk the same path before the gym. Over time, these cues become sacred. Effort stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a rhythm. And please, set a pace you can actually keep. Discipline isn't about extreme sprints followed by burnout. It's about slow, steady progress. 30 minutes a day beats 3 hours once a week, every time. Finally, remember this: the effort is the reward. We think happiness comes when we achieve the goal, but real fulfillment comes from the pursuit itself, the late nights, the early mornings, the moments when you wanted to quit but didn't. That's where meaning lives. So the next time your brain screams, I don't want to do this, don't fight it, negotiate with it. Give yourself small wins, add music, change locations, make it easier to start. Work with your mind, not against it, because in the end, discipline isn't about grinding through misery. It's about designing a life where effort feels natural, even joyful. Reclaim your dopamine, reframe discomfort, build rituals. Protect your evenings, shape your identity. Do this, and you won't just do hard things. You'll become the kind of person for whom hard things are the default, the normal, the obvious choice. And that's when life opens up.